If you have a bad dream, you can't stop the dream. The dream is there, right? Well, you go back to sleep, the dream still comes back to you. Whatever it is, it is. I'll tell you what someone just told me. I'm ready to come myself. You ready? I'm just telling you how to take this story of a dream. I spoke to some lady in Israel now who I was a shachmata before I got married. My chavrusa, I'm not saying names now, my chavrusa. So I want to marry a certain girl. Came from a very, very yeshivish home. But his parents were typical Holocaust survivors and wanted only a wealthy girl. They didn't want anybody from a home like that. And so I didn't know this. Father and mother were. And I read the shidduch on my own. I knew the family very well. I read the shidduch. And they went out. Boom, 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 boom. And a few weeks later, the father of the boy came to yeshiva with me. And he walked in. He wanted to strangle me. Such stories don't happen. Other Bachim saw, they surrounded the guy, because why? Because I read a shidduch and I asked him rishus. 22, he was 23, I think, in those days, 23 Bacha speaks it over his parents, who am I supposed to know? And the shidduch. I just spoke to the mother because she wants to make a certain kiddush in America. She was thinking about Abraham. So I spoke on the phone. She said, I want to tell you that my husband had a dream that his father recently came to him in a dream. It's an amazing story. It's spooky almost. He said, Shatchanis. Didn't die too long ago, the father. Shatchanis. Like they almost given him a hard time, they didn't pay Shatchanis. I said, let's go, pay up, come on. It's scary, Shatchanis, you gotta pay. But even though sometimes your dream doesn't mean anything. I'm going around topic to topic because I know what you guys want to speak about. But the dreams, are not pashut sometimes. So when but Rabbi Chaim Epstein, anything that bothered him, this was his rule. When he woke up in a dream that bothered him, he was meitiv chalan. He did it maybe too often, he would tell you, because maybe he got too nervous about it. But the time when you have a bad dream is only, if you wake up in a bad dream, you say chalayim shavi daberu 3 times, you go weiter. So he felt if it bothers you during the day, etc., etc. But all the dreams are what pshat. I want to tell you a very good story now. Now I don't understand it. It just shows how mitzvah you got to be. A very good story now. I heard it directly from the almana because I checked with her afterwards. There was a younger man that 43 years ago. This younger man, I saw him before he died. I was sitting in Menachem Rabbi Brudny or Baba Brudny in the house. Yud father, he was nifter right before Purim. Mamish, today is close to that, right? Okay, today's Ches, right? Yeah. I mean, those yes, he didn't say Tachnam. The kid says so. I said to her, Baba Brudny, this young man walking around here, he looks like something bothering him. He's pacing in the room. A friend of Rabbi, you or Rabbi, I don't know which one it was. And he's pacing in the room, and I said, no, he's fine, he's a good young man. An hour and a half later, he was dead. Crashed into a tree, he was nifta. Almost like something was eating at him. Okay. The kitzah, after the Levaya was held, that night after the Levaya, 3 a.m., his Charusa had a home in Lakewood. His Charusa had a home, the Charusa he said to Charusa, I have a problem, B'Shamayim. The morning he was nifted, and we went into Menachem with the Bridnies and so on. This is a Ma'is Shehoya 100%. I spoke to the almana, who I knew well, because our kids used to come to the camp that I was in. He had a cholm. The cholm was they left over he went to the Eitz Asram in the old building. As the Asram was the way the old building was, the Yashan, before it was rebuilt, it had a library on one side downstairs, and the other side was Chabura rooms. And he says to him that he went to return his safe, and the Eitz was locked. And he put it on a bookcase in the Chabur room right across. Put on a bookcase to come back later on that night and return the safe. He won't take it with him. And unfortunately, he's a Yanavelt and he has a problem. Now, first of all, hey man, I got bigger problems to put back a safer, right? What does that mean? So we'll try to answer that later. I have a shtickle teretz on it, I think. The kids, so Mamash, what happened? So the young man got up, Mamash, Washnegel went to Shiva and found the safer exactly where he dreamed it was. He put back the safer, and the Chayra, happy ending would be, he came back to him in his cholim and told him he took care of me, never happened. So my kasha was right away. And how about you? I know my error is so much worse than that. So pshat. I think the answer is maybe the Gemara says the end of Makis. The Gemara says there's a list. But David and Midan al Yud Aleph. David HaMelech came and he said, if you want to have the major, what do you do to make sure you do all the mitzvahs? So Midan said, if you do these 11 things properly, you find then Chabakuk. The other ones he said, Chabakuk list was tzaddik ben Manasseh Yichya. That is the biggest thing. But one of the 11, the original David HaMelech, right? One was over there. Sheshemeya as what happens? Sheshemeya as Chapasa, a different word. I think. His chaverim, and he keeps quiet. I think we should Rabbi Yossi, I think it was. That one of the things is you have to always, when you hear somebody talking bad about Talmid Chacham, you have to protest. If you don't protest, it's a time on the person. So Rashi says on him that he never did it. It seems that Rashi says, but he was nifter. It brings another Gemara Rashi over there. And when he was nifter, his wife saw crawling out of his ears were worms. So he came to Anacholim that one time he heard the Zayin of Talmid Chacham, right? And he didn't protest. So it's pshat. The Gemara uses him as an example of someone who never heard and kept quiet. And here he's telling his wife the reason why they're giving him a hard time is because he once heard. Someone, if you're makbid on something, if you really makbid on something and you keep that mitzvah, you go up to Shamayim, they give you a royal welcome. You took care, like Mr. Rosenberg, who made the Shatnez Laboratory in Williamsburg, the original Shatnez Laboratory, came up to Shamayim. He took a mitzvah that was non-existent in America, totally non-existent in America. People wearing Shatnez clothing, and he made the first non-Shatnez laboratory. He saved the mitzvahs. A person that cares about a certain mitzvah, even Rabbi say, keep putting away his farm. And if you don't put him safe for one time, that's I think happened. He must have been someone. His wife told me afterwards he was back, but I'm returning his farm all the time. So he had this mitzvah he's come up to, and that mitzvah would have given him a mahaba of an umpteenth degree. But what happened? He blew it one time. On purpose? No. He went to return the safe and then he was killed in a car accident. So when you take a mitzvah, that's what I try to tell guys, she was take something. Make this your mitzvah. Make this your mitzvah.
He was thinking of giving up this trust at one point. Then he had a dream. Then his brother, who was his brother, say the Meister.
I know what you're doing.
Aaron was the nicest kid in yeshiva. Aaron was not Krishna. Aaron was
It's a big job because I have to clean up, take the machine cleaning up at night, always the machine, everything. It'll take a lot of time. So I don't know if I should do it or not. I'm doing it for it's supposed for my father. So I told her how much if I should do it. And I said, my brother always claims he has dreams for my father. I'm stopping to do it. If I'm supposed to be doing it, I'm sure my brother will let me know. The next day, my brother tells me, I saw you in my dream last night. It was the weirdest dream. Like, what do you dream about? He said, he's working on my father's ksavim. My father woke up, he needed a coffee.
And he never drank coffee.
My father drank coffee.
He didn't drink
Yeah.
Oh,
But he didn't want to talk to him, he didn't want to, my brother said, once he was out, he talked to him of what he was trying to read my father's notes. He said, I just need my coffee.
Wow.
He said, it's a weird dream. He said, you're staying.
Did you tell your father this?
No.
It was like a Rabbi, the hitching
No.
myself. That was one myself,
No.
hitching myself. No, not hitching myself?
So after that, I decided to stick to it.
It's you. It's Chivus in you that this happened. No, it's not as your father coming to your brother. It's Chivus in you that he came to help you out. It really is. No, he said there was always like the Rabbi. It's Chivus in him and your brother certainly.